Somali pirates attacked a helpless bulk cargo ship, traversing the waters off Somalia. Little did they know, there was a band of American mercenaries aboard the vessel. Witness what unfolded next. I'm pretty sure you've seen this video. In this viral footage, Somali pirate groups are seen approaching a ship in a small boat and attempting to board it. However, several passengers on the ship opened fire, raining bullets upon the small pirate vessel with machine guns. So, what happened next? It all began on March 25, 2011, when the MV Avocet, a cargo ship, was sailing on its routine voyage. Although the origin and destination of the MV Avocet during the attack on March 25, 2011 are not extensively documented, cargo ships like the MV Avocet typically sail through high-risk piracy areas when traveling between ports in the Middle East, Africa, and Asia. During this period, many ships passing through the Gulf of Aden and the Indian Ocean were vulnerable to pirate attacks due to Somalia's strategic location along these routes. At that time, Somali pirate activity was at its peak. During the most active years from 2008 to 2012, armed pirates, mostly from Somalia, attacked hundreds of ships per year, successfully hijacking over 130 ships, seizing ship crews, and obtaining millions of dollars in ransom from their ruthless actions. Some of those taken hostage were even held for years in the unimaginably harsh conditions. You can clearly see what it feels like when pirates take over a commercial vessel while awaiting their ransom. They would cook in the kitchen and even sleep in crew quarters. But they weren't always this friendly. In 2011, pirates hijacked a yacht manned by 4 Americans and killed them. This indicates that the pirate threat is very real, and you never know when you might become a victim. To defend themselves, shipping companies spent nearly $1 billion on private guards, who are now waging a mostly hidden mercenary war against pirates. Back to the MV Avocet, this American cargo ship was sailing in the Indian Ocean when suddenly a small boat with several armed passengers was seen approaching rapidly. Fortunately, the company had prepared by hiring mercenaries from the Trident group. In the video, as the pirate boat approached, the leader of the group ordered warning shots to be fired.
I'll give you a weapons free when you're ready. Just stand by. Okay, let's go. Go ahead, warning shot. Go ahead, warning shot.
However, what happened next was that the security team members peppered the boat with machine gun fire continuously. Later, the pirates' small boat appeared to crash into the ship's hull, possibly due to panic or because one of the pirates was fatally shot. Afterward, the pirate boat seemed to stop and no longer pursued the MV Avocet. Eventually turning away from the cargo ship. It seems this time the pirates dealt with the wrong ship and learned a painful lesson that day. According to the president of the Trident Group, Thomas Roth, this was the second attack attempt in 3 days. When the footage leaked, it sparked a debate on whether shooting Somali pirates could be acceptable or even necessary. What you can't see now in that famous video footage is that immediately after his crew fired warning shots, the pirates fired back, said Tom Roth.
So as you watch this, you believe your guys did the right thing at every step?
Absolutely. If somebody was to look at that and make a blind statement of this is indiscriminate killing, then they don't know what's going on.
The pirates' return fire wasn't audible due to the distance and poor recording quality. The pirates shot at security personnel, likely using AK-47, and one of the bullets narrowly missed hitting one of the guards' heads. Some of you might be wondering what happened to the pirates in that video. Were they killed or injured? According to Roth, it's highly likely that the ship's passengers were killed or injured, but there's no way to know for sure. This incident also serves as evidence of the effectiveness of additional security provided by mercenary groups like Trident. This is evidenced by the fact that there have been no successful pirate attacks on ships protected by armed guards, something that might have prevented the hijacking of the Marsk, Alabama, where there were no such guards. On the other hand, data from the International Maritime Bureau also shows a sharp decline in pirate activity as more ships use armed security. Previously, the majority of ships only equipped themselves with defensive tools, such as barbed wire, P-traps, or even non-lethal weapons like water cannon or LRAD sound devices. But lately, the effectiveness of these tools has again become a subject of debate, as many ships have still been hijacked despite shipping companies having equipped their ships with such defensive tools. Learning from such experiences, shipping companies have started hiring mercenaries as additional security for their ships. However, these mercenaries are entirely legal and follow applicable rules, such as rules on the use of violence or even firearms. As I mentioned earlier, shipping companies have been spending nearly $1 billion annually to obtain these additional security services. This includes hiring armed guards, training, and purchasing equipment. Although this is a significant expense, it is minuscule compared to the potential costs they would have to incur if their ships was successfully hijacked by these pirates, which could include paying millions of dollars in ransom, increased insurance premiums, and even loss of cargo. The year 2011 could be considered the peak of Somali pirate activity. In 2011 alone, Somali pirates attacked no fewer than 237 ships. This is the same year as the attack on the MV Avocet. It is important to understand that the increasing piracy in the Gulf of Aden and the Indian Ocean is mostly carried out by pirates originating from Somalia. It's a country in complete chaos. The government of Somalia has failed to govern the country, and the legal system there is virtually non-existent. The country has become a place rife with hunger, poverty, and lawlessness, a perfect breeding ground for piracy. Employment opportunities in Somalia are basically non-existent, which is why so many young men here turn to piracy as a new profession. Piracy itself has become a major criminal industry in Somalia, involving criminal organizations and even investors who facilitate young men to carry out their actions. This is exacerbated by the ongoing civil war in Somalia, making it easier for these pirates to access illegal firearms. Previously, international naval patrols have been conducted in the waters off Somalia to suppress pirate activities. These patrols were no joke, with dozens of warships from various countries overseeing the Gulf of Aden to the Indian Ocean. Even Arleigh Burke-class destroyers participated in these operations. In the early 2012, this operation can be said to have been very successful in hindering and disrupting pirate activities. This led to a significant decrease in pirate attacks and the perception that the pirate threat had been brought under control. As a result, some countries may have felt safe enough to reduce their presence. On the other hand, maintaining a constant naval presence in international waters is expensive and requires significant resource commitment. Some countries may face budget pressures or need to prioritize their naval strength in other areas, like the increasing security issues around the waters of Yemen recently, which shifted the focus of the international naval forces there. However, what is not realized is that while the threat may have diminished, these pirates are still there, waiting for the right time to strike again. With fewer patrols, it creates a power vacuum that pirates exploit to operate more freely. This is what we see with the recent increase in piracy incidents off the coast of Somalia. What needs to be understood is that while international patrols are indeed necessary to suppress pirate activities, what is more important is to focus on capacity building in Somalia itself, such as developing a strong coast guard and addressing the underlying economic and political issues. This will be crucial for long-term success in addressing the piracy problem in the waters off Somalia. You can help us by liking this video if you found the information we provided helpful, so that YouTube recommends more content like this to you. Click the subscribe button and the notification bell too, so you don't miss out on other interesting content we'll be dropping in the future. Until next time, peace.